Hey everybody, my name is Tamika and I want to talk today about follow-ups. I do 3 different types of follow-ups with my customers, potential customers, you name it. So first of all, you want to make sure that you've got some sort of a notebook, something to keep track of all the people that you talk to, because otherwise there's no way that you are going to ever remember who it was that you talked to in the school line or at work or in the grocery store. You're never going to remember. There's just no way. And as a mom, I always say, oh yeah, I know everything. I'm a mom to my children anyways. And I never remember half of it. So write it down. Write their names down. Write down where you spoke to them and a little something that you guys maybe even talked about. That way it'll help jog your memory for when you go to do a follow-up with them. So the first follow-up is I like to, on Facebook, you can use Facebook Messenger, and I do a video message, not a text message to people. I do a video message so they see this mug and I'm able to get what I'm projecting across a little better because they see me, they hear the tone of my voice, and it just seems to work out a little better. They're more likely to want to respond. And if you don't know, when you do send a voice message or a video message in Facebook, you have to, the recipient has to actually open it up. Whether or not they listen to the whole thing or watch the whole thing, but they actually have to watch it and listen to it, as opposed to it just being text where they can just pull the drop down, and be like, oh, okay, I see everything she said. And it shows that they've never seen it because they never actually went into that message. So that's just a little tipperoo for you. But make a video message and make it all about them. Don't talk about Posh. Don't talk about, hey, I really want you to buy something from me. Ask them questions. If you follow them on Facebook and you're liking their posts and things, or you actually do know them and you're friends with them, talk to them. Ask them about themselves, about their kids, about whatever it is going on in their life. So that's step number 1. Number 2, what I like to do is these I got at, I think, the dollar store. No, Target. The Target dollar section. It is just blank cards, and this one says, "Hey there." Basically, all I do is I'll throw in one of my business cards. I'll hand write something, and I may even throw a sample in if I have any samples on hand, but I usually don't. But hand write something, just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you, or, if they've just had a procedure, or if there was a birthday or some sort of something going on in their life that you know of, you can always include that into the note, into the card. But again, excuse me, don't make it all about Posh. Ask them how they are. Make them feel special because they got this card from you, okay? Because they're not going to be expecting it. They're going to expect very little at first from you because they don't know what you're capable of doing. But send that card with your hopefully neat handwriting. I don't know, mine's gotten pretty bad lately. The older I get, and ever since kids, my handwriting's kind of gone down the tubes, but just talk to them and, try to catch up and touch base. Hey, I saw that your son won his soccer tournament, and I just wanted to, pass on my congratulations to him and wanted to see how you're doing. Do you have any plans for the summer? Something like that. You can include something towards the end of your little note if you'd like about Posh, but you don't really have to. It's just you saying, "Hey, I'm here. Remember me?" You've got your business card in there, so they know who you are. They remember, "Oh yeah, she sells Posh or he sells Posh." Okay? The third one. This one is tricky for people because a lot of people don't like to talk face to face anymore. We like to do what we're doing here. Make a video, do a text message. I mean, how many people, including myself, would prefer a text message over a phone call? I know I do. Because when you have kids, especially younger kids, they're not quiet at all. So it's so much easier to send a text, read a text, whatever, anywhere. I mean, how many people bring it into the bathroom with them? I'm sure we're all guilty of it at some point. So try to follow up in person if you're going to be in contact with those people. Like, I volunteer at my daughter's school a lot. So if I'm at school and I've got some of her teachers who have bought something from me, or I've given samples to, or I've just talked about it because they asked me a question, that is a good opportunity. If they're not in class, don't interrupt them while they're teaching. But you can talk to them face to face and say, "Hey, did you have a chance to try that awesome beach blanket hand cream?" Or, "What did you think about the body scrub that you ordered last week? Isn't it amazing? That smell is phenomenal, isn't it?" Just, you can say something like that, but you don't want to start with that. You always want to ask them, "Hey, how's your day?" People love to talk about themselves. Am I not right? They love to talk about themselves. And if you ask them questions that isn't going to end with a yes or no, okay, a one-word answer, they're going to be more willing to open up a little bit more, depending on the time that they have. If they're at school, it could be the cashier at the grocery store or at the hardware store, or it could be a neighbor. If you see your neighbor outside and he or she's looking like they're having a rough day, it's an easy way to just go and be like, "Hey, how are you?" I mean, we do it, right? Well, same thing. You can ease Posh in here and there when you're talking with people. When you go to a restaurant, you can always hand something out to them. A sample, a business card, something. Even if you don't have that, just use your hand cream, and I'm sure the server, will smell it and probably ask, "What is that smell? I love it." And there's another follow-up for you. You can go home, you exchange information. You can go home and send her a message right away, or send her a note card. It doesn't have to be difficult. Don't overthink it when you're doing a follow-up, okay? But the bottom line is you cannot and you will not succeed if you only talk about Posh. You have to make it about them, okay? That is the most important thing. And be consistent. You have to be consistent with your follow-up. If the person doesn't ask or answer the first couple of times that you've sent a message or a phone call or however you've chosen to do it, don't give up. You keep going. You keep climbing, right? If we got irritated by every single no that we had in life, we would be absolutely miserable. And so what? Somebody says no, or if they ignore you, guess what? You move on to the next person. That doesn't mean you're going to forget them completely, but you put them over on the side and say, "Okay, I'll touch base with that person again." You make a little note in your notebook and you move on to the next person, okay? You always keep climbing and you never give up, because it may take 5, 10, 15, 20 times that you're following up with somebody, but eventually Even if it's just that they flat out say, no, I'm not interested, they're going to respond to you, or they're going to give you some sort of feedback so you're not thinking that you're talking to yourself. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a fabulous day. It's Mother's Day on Sunday. I can't believe it. It's so exciting. Anyways, have a good one. Bye.